All right, when you have a new job, first thing you want to do is make sure that in your feature code library you have the setting for the rangefinder. This is an FXL. I will send this file to you. And then you start a survey just like any other one. And then when you go to measure and measure topo, in the code you need to put in RF. When you do that, let's now measure and make sure you're measuring angles only. All right, so you measure a point. All right, it won't know the slope distance. You're going to enter that with your rangefinder. After that, it asks you for a description. So you would say that's a tree. The RF distance comes from the rangefinder, so let's say that's 1,000. And then the unit, I have the rangefinder configured currently to give in meters. So we will store that.
Observation stored.
Let's do one more. So if we want to go back, we can just, change this and say, okay, that's a tree, and then measure traditionally with angles and distances. No problem. And then if you want to shoot another rangefinder, just enter RF again. But make sure you switch it to angles only. Enter the distance. That's it. When you're done, you just want to make sure that you export. Our software requires a DC file to apply these changes. So we will export fixed format and say a DC file 10.7 is fine. And when you export it out, you'll just then copy that DC file onto the computer so that we can run the rangefinder software. All right, so we're back in the office. I have downloaded all the data off the GPS and the data collector, and I have processed my GPS data. We'll save those results. The next thing I want to do is open the rangefinder app. We're going to open a file and we're going to select that DC file. Immediately it converts it, and you now have this RF distance.dc. So we will import that into TBC. Keep the existing project definition. And there you go. Now, we typically shoot 2 points, so we'll shoot a 2001 as a control nail, and then we'll rotate the tripod 180 degrees and shoot a second one. So we'll have to go through and rename that A and merge those points. But that's all there is to it. We obviously also do quality checks where we shoot duplicate points and then compare those and measure between them. Vertical difference is typically very small, but that's all there is to it.